You're watching the Trojan Network.
You know, but I don't think when you go to the playoffs,
Yeah, you said this period.
yeah, they'll have to go private.
Going in though.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Claude Hendricks Field on Don Littleton Drive, home of the 2026 Gordon Lee Trojans. This afternoon's game features your hometown Trojans versus the Warriors of Gordon Central High School. And now for the starting lineups. First for the visiting Warriors, entering today's game with a region record of 5-11, leading off and catching number 10, Jordan Young. Batting second and playing shortstop, number 1, Parker Dyer. Batting third and playing center field, number 2, Jared Harper. Batting fourth and pitching, number 25, Aiden Fleming. Batting fifth and playing right field, number 4, Jamari Millsap.
Just block this little spot right here.
Batting sixth and playing first base, number 23, Cam King.
You need another one, all right.
Yes, sir.
Batting seventh and playing left field, number 14, Kellen Pickens. Batting eighth and playing second base, number 5, Bentley Talley. And batting ninth and playing third base, number 24, Cole Henderson. The head coach for the Warriors is Kendall Pickens. He's assisted by Chase Coots, Matthew Dyer, and Anthony Fleming.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event. Let's get ready to rumble!
And now, the reigning state champion, hometown Gordon Lee Trojans with a season record of 22 wins and 2 losses. And a perfect region record of 16 wins and no losses. Leading off and playing shortstop, number 4, Colt Wood. Batting second and pitching today for the Trojans, number 20, Maddox Millard. Batting third and playing second base, number 9, Peyton Gross. Batting cleanup and catching, number 22, J.R. Simon. Batting fifth and playing first base, number 12, Justin Day. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, number 45, Garrett Ross. Batting seventh and playing third base, number 6, Hayden Ellis. Batting eighth and playing right field, number 17, Dylan Curry. Batting ninth and playing left field, number 24, Brady Little. Playing center field for the Trojans, number 23, Braden Weinbarger. The head coach for the Trojans is Mike Dunfee. He's assisted by Derek McDaniel, Jake Wright, and Hunter Hunt. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise? Gentlemen, remove your caps. Veterans remain covered and render a hand salute for the playing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose cross stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare amongst bursting in air gave proof through the night.
Leading off for Gordon Central, the catcher number 10, Jordan Young.
All right, Trojan fans, welcome to Claude Hendricks Field on this beautiful Thursday evening. About 73 degrees and not a cloud in the sky as the home Trojans look to take game 2 of the series against the Gordon Central Warriors. Maddox Millard has the mound today. And first pitch, first out, as it's grounded over to Dustin, and Dustin steps on the bag.
Warriors, the shortstop number 1, Parker Dyer.
Dustin gets to start at first today. Looks like Peyton's got second. Colt has short. Caden Ellis at third. We have Brady Little in left. Dylan Curry in right, and Braven Linebarger in center, with Garrett Ross DHing for Braven. And the Trojans are coming off of an 18-1 win on Tuesday down in Calhoun at Gordon Central. And that pitch was fouled back into the backstop and evidently scuffed up the ball pretty bad, and it's now out of play. Nice slider there at 81 for the swing and a miss. And Maddox is quickly up 0-2 with 1 out. That ball was hit up the middle for a single.
Next up for Gordon Central, center fielder number 2, Jared Harper.
So we have a runner on first and 1 out. Probably going to have a pickoff right here. Oh. They kept the Warriors said not even close. It was actually pretty close. And that one's bunted straight back. About hit him in the face as he squared and stepped almost into home plate. Maddox keeping a close watch on the runner on first, as he's known to do. And he squares the bunt and misses on the slider and is now behind 0-2. That one's fouled off into the net. Not sure why the batter didn't go get that for him, but he didn't. So the count continues to be 0-2 with a runner at first and 1 out. That one's popped up. Looks like Dustin's got a bead on it. And that'll be the second out of the inning.
Next up for Gordon Central, the pitcher number 25, Aiden Fleming.
So we got a runner on first, 2 outs. Beautiful slider there at 80 that just snaps at the end for a swinging strike 1. That one misses away at 88 on the fastball. Just a ball off the plate. Great spot. And he keeps getting closer. Maddox loves to check over, especially early in the game. Another pitch. Slider on the outer part of the plate. Swung on and missed. Pitch has got some beautiful late break to it. Runner. Not sure why we weren't covering there. So we got a 2-2 count with 2 outs, runner on second base. And that's dotted at 86 on the outer part of the plate. So Maddox sits him down in 4 batters. Excellent first inning, and we'll be off to a word from our sponsors.
Gordon Central 0.
This is how we do it. It's about to go down. It's about to go down. I get those goosebumps every time. I need a benzo. I need a ride in a Lambo. Yeah. Okay. 901 Shelby.
It's time to fire your day up right with a cup of coffee from Nashville Grind. They got smooth, bold flavors, and they offer a light, medium, and a dark roast coffee. And for all you folks bleeding orange out there, they've got a specialty blend just for you. So get high quality coffee with every cup of Nashville Grind. And we stock it right here at Ace Hardware of Lookout. So come see us at Ace Hardware of Lookout. You know we're always ready to help.
Leading off for Gordon Lee, the shortstop, number 4, Colt Wood.
All right, so we're back in the home half of the first, and Colt Wood has the leadoff role today. Colt's had some really quality at-bats of late and is in the leadoff hole. So Colt steps in. Colt tries to square the bunt on a breaking ball that comes in at 66 but is low, and he pulls back. That one misses away at 81, and Colt is quickly ahead 2-0. That one's hit. It's got a lot of spin on it. And And play is made by the shortstop. And that'll be the first out of the inning. And that'll bring up senior Maddox Millard.
Pitcher number 20, Maddox Millard.
Maddox has been swinging the bat really well of late, hitting the ball hard. Maddox watches a breaking ball at 68. And they try it again, but that one misses in and levels the count at 1 ball, 1 strike to the senior. As the Trojans are looking for their first base runner of the day. And that one's hit hard down the third base line. Maddox should easily have a double there, as that ball ends up in the very corner of the outfield, and a good job there by Maddox. And we have a courtesy runner for Maddox, as he is the pitcher.
Next up, the Gordon Lee, the second baseman, number 9, Peyton Gross. Courtesy runner, second base, number 36, Brandon Cresswell.
Peyton Gross had a nice home run in the first game of the series, and looking to continue his hot streak of late. So we have a runner at second and 1 out, and senior Peyton Gross up. That one misses away with 64. And it looks like the strategy early is to throw a lot of breaking balls and see if we can get some chase. Not a bad strategy, but if you hang one, it's going to be a problem. Tough call there on the outer part of the plate. Good pitch to lay off of at 81. And that levels the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. And that one's fouled off into the parking lot. And ironically, Peyton Gross's mom fielded the ball that's fouled off by Peyton Gross. So we have a 1-2 count with 1 out. Landon's got a nice lead at second. That one misses away at 83. Levels the count at 2-2. That one's hit high. And there'll be no tag there as it wasn't deep enough. And that brings up the cleanup hitter, J.R. Zymet.
Catcher number 22, J.R. Zymet.
That one misses up and away at 64. JR just misses that one, fouls it straight back on the 82-mile-an-hour fastball, and levels the count at 1-1. So I've got a 1-1 count. Cresswell still at second base. That one misses high. And JR's ahead 2-1. And that one misses high. Brings the count to 3-1. So JR will be looking for one pitch in one spot. And just missed that one. Runs the count full. So we got a 3-2 count, runner at second. And that one was fouled off. So we're back to a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second. JR hits that ball hard to right field, right center, and is missed. And JR is on his horse and will be all the way to third. And we'll have a courtesy runner for JR.
In the 5 slot, the first baseman, number 12, Dustin Day.
And JR gets the RBI there.
Base number 7, Braxton Daniels.
That brings up senior Dustin Day, who takes a fastball down for ball 1. And fouls that one back at 82 on the fastball. Levels the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs, runner at third. And that one's fouled off. Got a piece of the curveball at 64, but is now in a hole 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs. And we get swing and a miss there at 84, and that has the Trojans on top, 1-0 at the end of the first. And now from a word from our presenting sponsors like Water Sucks and Los Potros.
On the field, it's not just sweat you're losing. You're losing minerals, vitamins, and focus. Let's be real. Water really does suck until you put something in it. Real flavor, no fake junk, electrolytes that fuel performance. Champions hydrate smarter. Water sucks. Fuel that matters.
When you want to keep up with the Gordon Lee Trojans, you listen to Brent, Jay, Ricky, and all the guys here. But when you want a home mortgage, you should call Payne Mortgage Team, where we are reinventing the mortgage experience. We'll take care of you, we'll even have some fun, and you'll get a brand new house.
We love our Gordon Lee Trojans. Come shop with them.
Leading off for the Warriors in the 5 slot, the right fielder, number 4, Jamari Millsap.
All right, we're back here in the top of the second with the Trojans on top, 1-0. And Maddox still on the mound. Maddox gets the sign from JR. And throws a nice slider there on the outer part of the plate. Maddox's slider's got a nice late life to it today. And that one's hit foul down the first base line. Maddox is quickly ahead 0-2. And that was at 87, but just out of JR's reach, and levels the count at 1 ball, or brings the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ooh. That one at 87 about took the batter out. And that brings the count level at 2 balls, 2 strikes with no outs here in the top of the second. And a beautiful slider again that's chased. And that's the first out of the inning.
Central in the 6th line. The first baseman, number 23, Cam King.
That one misses down at 80. Another good slider. That one at 87 was chased. And Maddox has now got it 1-1. Comes back at 86 and sticks it right on the outer part of the plate. And a nice strikeout again there on the slider.
Next up for the Warriors, number 17, left fielder, number 14, Kellen Pickens.
As Maddox definitely has the slider working today. That's his second strikeout of the inning. That one's fouled off into the parking lot for the first strike. That one misses away. Slider was a little wide. That one's fouled off down the first base line, but just going to be out of reach as Dustin Payton and Dylan all went after it, but unable to corral it. Maddox gives his teammates a chance to get back to position. And now takes the sign from JR and looking for a 1 ball, 2 strike pitch here and looking for his third strikeout of the inning. Which he gets with an 82-mile-an-hour slider again that's chased.
No hits, no errors, nobody left on base. After 1.5 innings, your score, accordingly 1.
And we will once again go to a word from our sponsors.
I bought my very first home here 22 years ago.
Since then, this town has become more than a place. It's my community, my passion, and my purpose.
I've helped families grow, empty nesters downsize, and dreamers take their first big step. Whether you're buying or selling, remember me. Let's write your next chapter together.
So we're back here in the bottom of the second with senior Garrett Ross up to lead off.
Leading off for the Trojans at the sixth spot, the designated hitter, number 45, Garrett Ross.
I'd like to give a special shout out to Gracie Helton, Gordon Lee alum, who's at the University of Pittsburgh playing softball. My understanding is she went to all of her classes this week. We are so proud of you, Gracie. Garrett lays off a breaking ball at 66 that misses down. And he comes back with a fastball at 82 that Garrett swings on but misses as it was just a little off the plate. And that levels the count of 1 ball and 1 strike. That one misses away at 83. Garrett's been really hitting the ball hard, had another home run the other day, and continues to show excellent patience at the plate and hit the ball really hard. Hit that one really hard, but about 900 feet up, and it's going to be foul. And that'll level the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Garrett's looking at a 2-2 count. And rips one. Corralled by the shortstop, but able to dig it out and make the play for the first out of the inning. Good pick by the first baseman.
Next up for Gordon Lee in the 7th slot, the third baseman, number 6, Kate Ellis.
That brings Caden up. That ball's hit hard down the third base line, and Caden's gonna be held to a single. But a great job by Caden getting on base.
Next up for Gordon Lee in the 8th slot, the right fielder, number 17, Dylan Curry.
And that'll bring up junior Dylan Curry, getting the start today in right field and hitting in the 8 hole. Gets challenged inside a little bit and fouls that one back, but did a good job on it. Saw it well. That one's dotted on the outer part of the strike zone for a called strike. And Dylan's quickly in a hole 0-2 with 1 out, runner at first. That one misses. Good spot, tough take, but well done. It was a ball off the plate, but it was a tough pitch to not swing at. So we have a 1-2 count. That one's down in the dirt, and Caden with an excellent dirt ball read there and scoots to second. And that puts a runner now in scoring position for Dylan. And Dylan hits one over second base. Second baseman made an effort, which certainly kind of kept Caden a little close to second, so he's only able to advance to third, but we have runners at first and third. And that'll bring Brady Little up.
Number 24, Brady Little.
And Brady picks up the spin on that breaking ball and lets it go low. And Brady's up. 1 ball, no strikes. Looking for something he can just have a nice line drive. That one misses away at 81. And now Brady's in the driver's seat looking at a 2-0 pitch. Can start to be a little more selective here and looking for that pitch in that spot that he likes. That one misses away. And Brady is now up 3 balls, no strikes, with 1 out and runners at first and third. And Brady was taking there and takes one on the outside of the plate for a called strike, and still way ahead 3-1 here. Looking for a pitch he can do some damage with. And damage he does, as that ball's hit hard to center. And Dylan will scurry back to first. But Brady did his job with the sacrifice fly that scores Caden Ellis, and that's the 2nd run of the ball game. And that brings us back to the top of the lineup.
Shortstop number 4, Colt Wood.
And Colt Wood is up. And that ball's hit hard, and that's going to be down. And Dylan's going to turn that into a run. And just like that, we have another run as Colt hits one hard for the stand-up double. As Colt's really been swinging the bat great lately. And that passes the baton off to Maddox Millard. Maddox is 1 for 1 with his first AB, a double down the line. And the Trojans are now up 3-0. That one misses down and away. Catcher does a good job keeping it from the backstop. That one's hit high. And it is secured by the center fielder for the 3rd out of the inning. Ball was hit high, but just not quite able to carry. But Trojans score 2, and we're on to the top of the 3rd.
I'm Jimmy Sprayberry, class of '79. I grew up here in Chickamauga. Krista and I raised our children here. You know, I learned a whole lot about life on this field, and ever since 1988, I've been helping folks with their insurance needs.
When I turned 60, I too became bombarded with phone calls and junk mail about Medicare insurance.
And that's why I want to offer you a free Medicare review.
All right, we're back here in the top of the third.
The second baseman, number 5, Bentley Town.
Maddox has been working very efficiently so far today. Only given up 1 hit so far. And the Trojans are sitting on a 3-0 lead so far through 2. Comes back with a slider at 79. Looked like the batter was expecting a fastball and was early. Good pitch, just misses away. Fastball was at 87. And Maddox fields that, makes the throw for the first out of the inning.
Next up for Gordon Central in the 9th slot, the third baseman, number 24, Cole Henderson.
And he gets a piece of that, fouls it back. And Maddox is quickly ahead, no balls, 1 strike with 1 out. And a swing and a miss on a slider off the plate. That one misses down. Brings the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out. And another slider for a strikeout, as that has been his strikeout pitch today.
Next up for the Warriors, the top of the order, the catcher, number 10, Jordan Young.
As Maddox is once again proving why he's the dominant pitcher in the region this year. That one's hit hard, but going to be gobbled up by Peyton. And that'll be a 1-2-3 inning, very efficient. Maddox's pitch count is sitting at 33 pitches through 3, so a super efficient outing so far. And now to another word from our sponsors.
It's an honor to serve the community that I live in and help it to thrive. Here at Summit Physical Therapy, we focus on getting you back doing the things that you love to do. With years of trusted experience, we're bringing expert health care closer to home. It's hometown healing with care that's personal, local, and built around you. Coming soon to our North Georgia communities.
All right, we're back here in the home half of the third. Trojans on top 3-0. The inning will be led off by senior Peyton Gross, followed by JR and then Dustin. The pitcher for the Warriors is a Berry College commit, I believe, down in Rome, Georgia, so he will continue his career at the next level. And has given the Trojans some good looks, some quality pitches to try to work with, which is Only going to help the Trojans as they start their playoff run here in a week or so. Little check swing there that fouls it into the wall. 4 strike 1. And it's no balls, 1 strike. That breaking ball misses away. That one misses high. Fastball at 80. Brings it 2-1. That one's shot down the right field line, but it's going to travel and go foul. And that's going to bring the count level at 2 balls, 2 strikes. So we got a 2-2 count, nobody out. And he does a good job laying off that breaking ball. That one missed low. And Peyton has now run the count full. And he draws the walk. Y'all go have fun.
Next up for Gordon Lee, the cleanup hitter, the catcher, number 22, J.R. Simon.
Sorry I had to say goodbye to superfan KJ Smith as he's getting ready to go play for the Cubs down at the Chickamauga Rec. It's the only thing that would draw KJ away from a Trojans game. And JR lays off one that catches a corner for a 67-mile-an-hour called strike. That one misses just a little further off the plate, and that one brings the count to 1-1. JR seen 2 breaking balls so far. Peyton quickly takes second base. And JR is up 2-1. With no outs and now a runner at second. That one misses away. Let's see if JR sees a fastball here. I think the umpire was just checking for blood on Peyton's leg. So JR steps back in with a 3-1 count. JR hits that one foul. JR likes full counts. I think he's been there most of the last 2 weeks for some reason. JR calls time. So the senior looks at a 3-2 count here. Does a good job getting a piece of that. Stays alive. And JR draws the walk. Another quality at bat.
first baseman number 12, Dustin Day.
So Braxton Daniel will come into courtesy run for JR. And Dustin Day steps in. Now runners at first and second, nobody out. Good pitch there, right on the outer part of the plate. And the count is no balls, one strike, no outs, runners at first and second. Interestingly, the second baseman is trying to hold Peyton. And that ball's hit hard and caught by the left fielder. So Dustin had a good swing there, just didn't drop. Unlucky.
Next up for the Trojans in the sixth slot, the PK for 45, Garrett Ross.
Who? That one's hit high and foul. So we got an 0-1 count here to the senior. And that one's down. And the runners advance with now Peyton at third and Braxton at second. So Garrett's back with a 1 ball, 1 strike. Runners at second and third. And Garrett chases a fastball that's down. Unless it's part of your normal. That ball's hit hard and going to be booted as it's a hard hit ball. That scores a run.
Next up for Gordon Lee in the seventh slot, the third baseman, number 6, Kate Ellis.
So we got runners now at first and third with 1 out. And senior Caden Ellis stepping back in. That one misses away. Caden takes a whack at that one, but fouls it off. And the count is now level at 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runners at first and third, and the Trojans are on top 4-0. And saw that one well, and that's going to be down, and that's going to score 2. As Caden gets a double and scores 2 runs.
Next up for the Trojans in the 8th slot, the right fielder number 17, Dylan Curry.
that'll bring up junior Dylan Curry. Runner at second base and 1 out still. Good breaking ball there, catches a piece. And he sees that one well, but fouls it off. And Dylan's behind 0-2 with 1 out and a runner on second. And a nice pitch there that swung on and missed for a strikeout. And Dylan goes down swinging. And that brings up Brady Little. Brady's 0 for 0 on the day as he had a sacrifice fly that plated a run. Good job by the catcher blocking that one up. And Brady's now looking at a 1-ball, no strike count. Runner at second and 2 outs. Does a good job laying off of that one. And Brady's now up 2-0. And Brady hits that one up. And it's corralled by the shortstop for the 3rd out of the inning, and that strands a runner. But we get 3 runs that inning, and the Trojans are up 6-0.
Gordon Central 0.
It's all Navy, baby, and we stand with them. At Jet Energy, we fuel progress, when and where you need it. Reliable, on time, every time. Because community isn't just where we work, it's who we are.
I started helping people buy homes in 2017, and for 8 years, I've been showing up when they need me. I believe relationships drive success. It's about being available when it matters most. My mission? Keep it easy. Buying your first home should feel clear, not complicated. Let's go step by step together. You'll move into your next chapter feeling confident and ready. Whether you're buying, selling, or refinancing, let's take the mortgage journey together.
Leading off for Gordon Central in the 2 slot, the shortstop number 1, Parker Dyer.
All right, so we're back here in the top of the 4th. Maddox hits one that's going to be missed by Caden and picked up by Colt for a fantastic play. Really well done by Colt, being there to back him up. Caden couldn't corral it. Colt did, makes a strong throw, and that's the 1st out. That is textbook defense from both. Caden had great footwork and just got a bad hop, and Colt was right behind him to take care of business. And that one's not going to get caught as it's pulled in the 5-6 hole for a single.
Next up for Gordon Central in the fourth one. 5, Aiden Fleming.
JR's doing a little arm stretching there as he expects to maybe let one fly here. Although he does know Maddox is going to pick over 1, 2, 3 times, depending on the situation. Oh, good pitch. Just missed. Pitch was well located. Didn't get the call and didn't get the swing. Unlucky. That one's fouled straight back. And that runs the count to 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner on first. That one's fouled back at 80. And he checks back. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner on first. That one's down in the dirt, kept in front by the catcher. Maddox checks back over again. Interestingly enough, they're not getting as far off the base as they were in the beginning. JR with a snap throw on the strikeout for the second out of the inning on the strikeout, and tries to back pick. So we have 2 outs, runner at first, and the right fielder in. Runner's going. Wrong side of the bag on the throw there, and no big deal. Runner on second now, 2 outs on a 0-1 count. And that's going to be well played by Dustin for the 3rd out of the inning. So Maddox once again, another very efficient inning as we move to the bottom of the 4th.
This is how we do it. It's about to go down. It's about to go down. Hold on. Pump it up. For the day I die, I'ma touch the sky. I I get those goosebumps every time. I need a benzo. I need a ride in a Lambo. Yeah, yeah. Okay. 901 Shelby.
Top of the order, the shortstop, number 4, Colt Wood.
All right, junior shortstop Colt Wood is going to lead off here in the home half of the fourth. Started in the leadoff position today for the Trojans and has done a good job putting bats on balls. So the Trojans will have Colt, Maddox, Peyton to start the inning. And Colt's on it, just fouls it off, but saw the pitch well. Maybe just an inch or two late, but another quality swing as he seems to be really locked in. And saw that one, but fouled it off again for third base side. So Colt's behind 0-2. But when you're swinging the bat like Colt has lately, 0-2 doesn't bother you. As he sees it, puts the bat on it, but it's corralled by second base, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Next up for Gordon Lee in the 2 slot, the pitcher number 20, Maddox Millard.
So Maddox is back up. Maddox being very polite and letting them get their defense in position as he waited. As the coach shifted center field way to the right, but left field way to the left, and leaves a giant hole where the Trojans' lettering is on the left center fence. If Maddox hits it anywhere in there, he'll be likely standing on third. Good pitch there, swung on and missed as he was challenged with a fastball up in the zone. And that brings the count to 1-1 with 1 out. And they tried to get him to chase something away and were unsuccessful. And that brings the count to 2-1. That one's down at 3-1 now. And Maddox in the driver's seat looking for a pitch he can do some damage with. And that's a walk for Maddox. As on base is on base.
Next up for the Trojans in the 3 slot, the second baseman, number 9, Peyton Gross.
And same courtesy runner will be Landon Cresswell.
Courtesy runner first base, number 36, Landon Cresswell.
And that brings up Peyton Gross again. That ball's hit hard and tailing away from the center fielder. And it's down. Cresswell should score. And an excellent job there by Peyton on the hard hit ball.
Next up for Gordon Lee, the cleanup hitter, the catcher number 22, J.R. Simon.
So we got Jay-Z up, looking to add to the hit parade today as he's had a fly ball all the way to the fence that was misplayed and then a walk. And that pitch is down, and Peyton with a great read on the pitch that was down in the dirt, and he quickly takes third base. So now JR's looking for something just to drive in another run. And swings over the changeup. I don't know. And JR's back up. And that ball is tattooed. And that is out of here for a 2-run bomb from J.R. Zymet. Fantastic, just rocket over the camera and center. And that makes it 9-0.
New pitcher for the Warriors, number 11, Corbin Keaton. Next up for Gordon Lee in the 5 slot, first baseman number 12, Dustin Day.
So the Warriors had a pitching change, and that brings up senior Dustin Day. And a nice pitch there. So they bring in a lefty. That one misses outside. That one misses up and away and brings the count 2-1. And that one misses away as well. And Dustin's looking at a 3-1 count. Fastball on the outer part of the plate. Well-placed pitch. And Dustin's looking at a full count with 1 out. And strikes out swinging.
going to lead in the 6th slot, the D8, number 45, Garrett Ross.
And that brings up Garrett Ross, also known as Gracie's cousin. And Garrett tries to check on the 62-mile-an-hour curveball and was unable to hold back. And that one sliced over second base into right field, and it is misplayed. And Garrett will quickly scoot to second. Actually, he's going all the way to third. And is in there. As Garrett turns a single into a scoring opportunity now where he's standing on third. And that brings Caden Ellis up. That ball's hit hard through the gap and will score Garrett. And that'll bring it to a total of 10 runs here in the bottom of the 4th. And we're going to make a substitution here. Probably going to put in Gavin Johnson to run for Caden.
Pinch runner at first base, number 25, Gavin Johnson.
So Gavin Johnson will be at first, running for Caden Ellis. And Dylan Curry steps in with 2 outs. And that one is in there for a called strike. Lefty's ball's got a little run on it. That one gets past, and Gavin will be in standing up at second base. And we have a 1-1 count. That one misses in, and he is now up 2-1. That ball's hit hard and scooped up by the second baseman, who makes the easy throw to first, and that'll give the Trojans 4 runs that inning, and that moves it to 10-0 with the Trojans on top.
It's time to fire your day up right with a cup of coffee from Nashville Grind. They got smooth, bold flavors, and they offer a light, medium, and a dark roast coffee. And for all you folks bleeding orange out there, they've got a specialty blend just for you. So get high quality coffee with every cup of Nashville Grind. And we stock it right here at Ace Hardware of Lookout. So come see us at Ace Hardware of Lookout. You know we're always ready to help.
When you want to keep up with the Gordon Lee Trojans, you listen to Brent, Jay, Ricky, and all the guys here. But when you want a home mortgage, you should call Payne Mortgage Team, where we are reinventing the mortgage experience. We'll take care of you, we'll even have some fun, and you'll get a brand new house.
Leading off for the Warriors, first baseman number 23, Cam King.
So we're back here in the top of the fifth. We've had some defensive changes. We now have Gavin Johnson at third base. Maddox shifts from the mound to short. Colt goes from short to the mound. Peyton stays at second. Dustin stays at first. Braxton Daniel takes over for JR behind the plate. And your outfield remains the same. And Colt comes out throwing BBs as he's quickly ahead 0-2. Batter did a good job recognizing that Colt was in a rhythm because it was rapid fire. And just like that, Colt.
Next up for the Warriors, the left fielder number 14, Kellen Pickens.
Looks like JR is getting a well-deserved break. Letting Braxton get some more innings behind the plate. And Colt's just going to stand up here and throw it past you till you can prove you can hit it. And he has now thrown 5 pitches for 5 strikes. And that one's corralled by Peyton and able to just throw the runner out as it was just a shoestring from being safe. And Colt's still throwing strikes, hasn't thrown a ball yet. And that'll be your ball game, folks. 8 pitches, 3 outs. So the Trojans will be back tomorrow at Gordon Central for Game 3 of the Region Series. And then we'll be back home on Tuesday for the final series of the region. Congratulations to the Trojans, as I believe this secured the region championship for the most part as they continue their unbeaten march through Region 7. Everybody have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow at Gordon Central.